So I want to get a little personal with you right now. I have two times in my life that typically come around that sometimes make me want to quit. Um, the first is the idea of being incompetent. I don't know if you've ever felt this in your life, but it doesn't matter how many awards you get, how much praise you get, how much study you've had. But when you come across a situation where you've not been successful, you can't find a solution. Maybe you've been called out by a superior, your boss in some way, and you look at what you're doing and think, I'm just not good at this. I'm not good. And you don't see a resolution. In some ways, you just feel defeated. You don't think about all those successes you had at that time. You just focus on that failure. And it can be very demoralizing. You feel incompetent, that I can't do this. The second situation that happens when things get hard. It's relative in different situations where that plays into a greater role. But I just give you an example of some video games. They're a lot more complex today than when I was a kid. And so sometimes when a new game comes out, and my kids want me to play it. And when I play it, I don't last very long. I keep dying. I keep having to start over. And at some point, it's almost like, just throw my hands up and I'm done. There's times in life where things get very hard and it's easy to quit. You feel also sometimes in those times when it's hard, incompetent. This may be something as a teacher you have struggled with in this distance learning that we've had since March, and as we look, who knows how far into the future of this occurring, at least through this school year. And it's been hard. In some levels, all your training that you've had hasn't really prepared you for this, and so at times you may even feel incompetent. Don't quit. Don't give up. Dig deep into that. Use those situations. Use this time to grow. Use this time to look at this. We all face those opportunities, and yes, we can quit, we can give up, we can walk away, and nobody would probably blame us for doing something like that. We may just throw up our hands and say, well, I'm not going to do anything else. I'll wait till school starts to get into our regular traditional setting. I challenge you. I challenge you. Don't keep moving. When we face those difficult times, we do have that option to walk away, to quit, or to dig deeper, which allows us to grow stronger, to learn from our mistakes, to be a better person, to be a better teacher, to add tools to our toolbox for future reference, and to make us better at our craft. And so using these opportunities to help us grow. I also ask that you think about this and not forget those feelings. Those feelings of incompetence, those feelings of it being hard and wanting to quit, because to be honest, that's what some of our more struggling students face every single day when they walk into our building. They see their friends who have been successful and seem to be successful, or people that they know are doing well in school, and they look at themselves and then they can't complete an assignment. They have difficult times reading whatever is out there in front of them, and even if I can read it, I don't understand it. This is a daily thing that they see, and it just reinforces that they're incompetent, if you will. And it doesn't even have to be anything that we've said. It doesn't have to be something derogatory. It doesn't have to be calling them out. They just look at what's happening around them and look at themselves in the mirror and think, I can't do that. I'm not there. And they feel incompetent. And it's hard. It's hard, one, to have that daily feeling of incompetence and that being reinforced every time an assignment's given, every time they're asked to do a specific task, every time they walk into a particular subject of a class, that there's an incompetent feeling. And so how do I deal with that? In addition to that, sometimes things are really hard. And as a 13 and 14-year-old, life can be very, very hard. And so you add that to that subject that's coming in, you know, the things that they're facing at home, the things they face in the hallways and the locker bays, the things they face on the bus. You add all of that together, and why would I want to do this assignment? Why would I want to do this test? Why would I want to do this project? Why would I want to do school? It's hard. It's hard for me. And so I ask us to think about what we have felt, the incompetence, that the hard work that this has been for so many of us, the challenges that it's faced, and so that maybe we can empathize with our students as they walk into our classroom or get online, that this is hard for them as well. And it'd be no surprise if they say, I quit. Helping them through that, empathize with them so that maybe you can help them walk through that same challenge that you faced, of keeping going.